Article 4 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights declares, in absolute terms, no one shall be held in slavery or servitude. Slavery and the slave trade shall be prohibited in all their forms. And yet, Xi Jinping, the self-anointed emperor of the world's most Orwellian regime, has transformed slavery from a historical stain into a strategic instrument of state control. Beneath the polished speeches and choreographed propaganda lies a machinery of repression far more sinister, a system where forced labor is not only tolerated, but designed, expanded, and enforced by the CCP itself. In Xi Jinping's China, slavery has gone digital, legal, and systemic. This is not the chaotic exploitation of a broken state. This is slavery with Chinese characteristics, digitized, surveilled, and administered with bureaucratic precision and brute force. Forced labor by bureaucracy, manufacturing without consent. China's penal labor system, particularly under Xi Jinping's rule, has become a grotesque mockery of justice. Official data from human rights organizations and investigative reports reveal a disturbing pattern. Individuals imprisoned for vague offenses such as picking quarrels, spreading rumors, or endangering public order are shipped into prison factories where they are forced to work under threat of beatings, solitary confinement, or food deprivation. They stitch garments, assemble electronics, many for companies tied to global supply chains. Refuse to work? That's insubordination in Xi's dictionary, punishable by beatings, starvation, and sentence extensions. Xi Jinping's regime doesn't bother with the pretense of rehabilitation. It demands obedience, produces submission, and punishes dissent. These are labor camps in disguise, and he is their proud warden. Vocational programs for the poor, a lie with iron chains. Xi Jinping's so-called poverty alleviation campaigns are equally drenched in coercion. Rural residents, especially those from impoverished provinces, are pressured, even threatened, to participate in state-assigned jobs, often far from home. The alternative is losing access to subsidies, housing, or their children's ability to attend school. This is not work. This is economic extortion masquerading as national service. Xi Jinping's message is clear: obey, relocate, labor, or starve in silence. One report from Hunan province described villagers being forcibly moved hundreds of kilometers to work in construction or electronics assembly plants, with police escorts ensuring no one runs away. Student labor, indoctrination with a time card. Under Xi Jinping's 2020 Labor Education Directive, students, yes, children, are forced to spend holidays working in factories or in state-assigned labor placements. These are not optional internships. They are mandatory programs, embedded into school evaluations. Complaints are buried. Protests are crushed. Voices are erased. Students have collapsed from exhaustion. Some never return. This isn't education, it's indoctrination by assembly line, where obedience is the only passing grade. Xi Jinping, autocrat, liar, enslaver. The truth is simple: Xi Jinping is running the world's most advanced system of state-driven slavery. And the international community, seduced by China's markets and silenced by its menace, continues to avert its eyes and mute its conscience. No GDP number, no parade of red flags, no mile of high-speed rail can whitewash the truth. Xi Jinping's China is built on forced labor, silence, and fear. His Chinese dream is a nightmare for millions, where the sweat of prisoners, students, and the rural poor is extracted not by free choice, but by coercion, under the cold shadow of authoritarian rule. If the world still believes in human dignity, it must speak plainly. Xi Jinping is not merely a tyrant, he is the chief engineer of 21st century servitude, and the sworn enemy of every principle that defines a free society. And history will not remember him as a leader, but as the architect of 21st century totalitarian bondage.